You know, one of the biggest controversies about the last presidential election was the vote count and how it was allegedly rigged. I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of you guys out there watching right now still believe within your heart of hearts that it was not a legitimate election. Faith in the voting process has kind of been lost, and feeling represented by politicians as a whole has kind of been lost. Welcome back to the Gun Collective. My name is Jon Patton, and the fight for gun rights continues. I was in Knoxville at an event not long ago and had the opportunity to speak with some important folks at Gun Owners of America, as well as folks within the Trump team. During our group discussions, this topic of lost faith in the electoral process came up. And the folks at a group called Vote for America made one of the best points I've heard about this in a while. I don't remember exactly what they said, so I'm paraphrasing, but their response kind of hit me. There are millions of gun owners, hunters, shooters, etc. However you want to break that down. And a large chunk of them didn't vote in the last election. Millions of them. If, and this is a big if we could get a big chunk of those folks to vote in this election, we would have a landslide so big they couldn't possibly mess with it, at least in theory. And to be fair, gun owners are only one part, a small segment of the voting population. The thing that started to form in my brain is this sort of counterpoint to those that say voting is pointless. My counterpoint to that position is that the time and money spent to go vote is typically incredibly minimal for most people. So rather than complaining about the system not working in our favor, perhaps the way to think about it is to overwhelm the system with votes that say, not only am I here, turning out for this election, but I'm voting in a very specific direction. I think in order to do something like this sort of grandiose idea, it requires a little bit of effort from all of us that do vote most of the time, in the form of getting like 3-4 friends that haven't voted in previous elections, meet up with them, get coffee, whatever you want to do, and drive them down to the polling place and cast the vote. And the reason I say this is because gun owners have been on our heels for decades when it comes to gun rights. The clouds do let the sun shine through every so often with cases like Bruin, but it's time to show the powers that be that gun owners are not going to sit here and take it. No longer are we going to sit here and take it. We're going to let our voices be heard. Imagine if every time there was a gun issue, you actually had confidence that it wouldn't be a problem for us. When I was on stage in Knoxville, I said something that I want to reinforce again here. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm telling you to vote for the Second Amendment. Watching this channel, you're probably a gun enthusiast, so vote for the Second Amendment. And despite the lackluster stance that we've seen from Trump in the past on 2A issues, I think with J.D. Vance on board this time and this sort of inner sanctum of gun rights experts and people getting inside that team, we may have a chance to really enhance and further secure the rights of gun owners everywhere for us and those that come after us. I don't know with 100% certainty that this is the solution, but it's cheap and easy enough to give it a try. I mean, we kind of have to try. The alternative is terrible. The other side has let us know repeatedly they are out to strip us of rights and come into our homes and decide what we can do within our homes. That is not acceptable. Nothing is written in stone yet, and that's why you should get out there, take some friends with you, and just try it. Give it a shot. Go vote this year. If you want to find out if you're registered, I will put a link to Vote for America's website in the description. It's actually really simple. Go do that, find out if you're registered, or get registered with their website. It's right there. It takes like almost no time. Just try it. Just give it a shot. Let's show these blowhards in DC what we really think. I'll see you at the polls in November.